Hi, this is Matt Hugg with ThinkNP.com, and I want to talk to you today about something that every one of us in nonprofit consulting faces. Once you get a client, how do you charge them? And let's talk about 4 different ways. Number 1, by the hour. Great way. A lot of people do it, right? You work 5 hours, you get paid for 5 hours. You work 2 hours, you get paid for 2. So you get what you work, right? That's a good thing. But there's only so much time in the day. So unless you're willing to raise your rates, and you usually can't do that in your middle of a contract with a client, or if the client expects certain rates, you've always had them with that client, right? You're kind of capping your income. This is a problem. Now, clients, they're not so sure about this sometimes because there's a variable there. They can say, well, how long does it take to, say, write a grant proposal or do whatever it is, right? And you have to be able to give them an estimate. And if you haven't done so much of that, or, if it's something new to you, that might be a little tough. So let's talk about another kind here, and that is by the job, by the project, right? You're not limiting your income on this because you can do a bunch of projects all the time, right? And what you're doing is some projects, like in the beginning, if you're new at doing whatever it is, it might take you longer, but as you're getting better, the idea is it's going to take you less time to do the project. So, that's not a bad thing because now you're not limiting your income because you can move through, as you get better at things, some projects faster than others. But if you really get stuck, something comes up and you can't predict whatever that is, you might spend a lot more time on a project than you thought you would. And now you're going to start losing money, and you probably would have been better off charging by the hour. So there's some trade-offs there. Now, your clients like by the project because it gives them a fixed amount of time or money here that they're going to have to pay out for the time. They're not going to pay you by the time. They don't care how much time you put in. It's just that much money. Now, let's go to another kind here, retainer. Retainer is pretty good, at least for you. May or may not be for your client. It really depends on how they see their cash flow. For you, it's giving you a steady stream of income. Let's say you get $1,000 a month every month from this one client. The downside for you is that you're on call all the time. So it could be that 1 month you're going to have 5 projects to do. The next month you're going to have 1 project to do. Well, if you're by the hour or by the job, you'd be up and down all the time. But since you're getting a retainer, your income is steady. If you can do this, and if it works for you, a lot of folks really like working by retainer. Now, the last one I'll talk about comes with a little controversy, and that is by commission. You raise $10,000 and you get 10%, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's like if we're going to save you $10,000 in printing costs or something, we get 10, 20%, whatever that is. Now, I say it's not without controversy because there are a couple things going on here. First of all, check with the laws in the state you're working. For some states, in some fields, like fundraising, for example, commissions are out, right? They might even be illegal, or they might have you register in a different way with them if you have to register with that state. So commissions really need to be checked out beforehand. Plus, a lot of professional organizations frown upon commissions because it puts the person, the consultant, or the employee first before the mission of the organization. Remember, these are mission-driven organizations, and that's always number 1 on their list. So, by the hour, by the job, retainer, commission, whatever it is, right? Be upfront with them, be clear, have it in your contract, make sure you're both happy with it, and get out there and do that work. This is Matt Hugg with ThinkNP. Talk to you later.